So even though things ultimately fell apart, is there anything you can take from the fact that you guys got back to within 8? I mean, that was actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, after coming out after that first quarter, you're down 30. That's a tough pill right there. You don't see that often. But they did. They came and did what they had to do. And I was just proud of our bunch for we cut it in half. Halftime we down 15. And I just told us, you're not gonna get it back quickly, but let's see if we can cut it in half again. Now we down single digits going to the fourth. And I thought we did a pretty good job. We fought. We was hanging in there in the third quarter, and we're still okay. We're still okay. And then, man, they just got away from us, in particular in that fourth quarter and into the third and the fourth. They just kind of got away from us a little bit.
You guys run out of gas from pushing back, or?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be able to make shots, man. You got to be able to make threes. You got to be able to make in this league. You just do. So you almost have to. You get down 30 points in the first quarter. You almost have to play perfect with shot making to have a chance to win that game. And we did as good as we could, man. We cut it to 8 after being down 30 to the best team in the Western Conference. I mean, shit, I was proud of our guys for scrapping, for fighting, especially, a game like this. One thing that impressed me the most about this game for them is I've always thought in my time, like right around All-Star break, is you can steal games. You can steal games for teams that aren't focused. So I wanted to see, if we were going to be able to do that tonight. And they hopped right on us and did what they had to do. So I was very impressed by that. It tells me a lot about their team and their focus, Everybody played. Everybody, was locked in. They came out with a really aggressive mindset early. I was very impressed by that. I really was. So, we had to see the other side of that, obviously, and it wasn't fun, but that's what big-time championship contending teams do.
What did you make of how Scoot played in his new role?
Yeah, I thought he was good. For the most part, just kind of pushing it. I don't think anybody was great in that first quarter, so I'm not going to judge anybody and say, oh, they was this, they was that, this what happened. No, I'm not doing that. That first quarter was terrible for all of us, But overall, just overall, I thought he was solid. He did what he needed to do.
Talking to Two the other day after the game, he mentioned that going to the bench, having a talk with you was kind of helped him kind of reorient and understand his goals. What do you think you've seen from him in the last couple of games and starting him and where he's making his growth or decision-making changes? I know you called that timeout and you pulled him to the side tonight.
Yeah.
Is it just kind of like a management thing, the expectations, or is it honing in on individual things with him?
It's always with these young guys, it's a little bit with Two, a little bit with Bari. Those guys are like fifth starters type dudes. You can kind of rotate them. You never know who. It depends on the matchup. Who knows? And I felt like with big chunks, there's been times when they haven't understood that part, and they kind of let relax. And none of those guys are good enough to relax. You got to always be doing the small things, and you always got to be playing harder than everybody. And when I see that you're not, it's time to do something different. And that's just me coaching. That's just me coaching them. But I think since I've kind of put him back in, he's playing with that fire that earned him the job in the first place. So it's a long season, man, and these guys are used to playing 30 games. And we're far past that already. So, that mental break, as I told them all now, man, just leave this alone for a few days. Get away from it. Get away from it. Just try to forget about it. We'll get back to it soon. But it's a real thing, man. It's it's a lot.
I see advice you gave to the young guys is to just get away from the game for a few days.
Yeah, I told them all. I told Scoot, you got to be there, so go win MVP. and everybody else, just get away from it. You know, only thing I want y'all to do is watch Scoot. After that, leave it alone, man. Leave it alone. Get away from it. Go love on your family and do whatever it is that fills your cup. And then we'll get back to it because this thing will wear you down.
What worked best for you that you found during your playing days for that break?
During All-Star weekend?
Yeah.
Well, I would always try to go away if I could, the times that I wasn't involved in All-Star weekend. I would just try to go away. Cabo has always kind of been one of my favorite spots. Hawaii, too. So I would just try to get away and get away from it. And the only thing I would do is some cardio, you know, just in the mornings, just so I don't lose too much. But literally, when I wasn't in part of All-Star, I didn't watch anything. I literally left it alone just to try to recharge my battery a little bit so I can be ready the following week.
What are you doing this year?
This year, my daughter is planning a volleyball tournament in Vegas, so I'll be there just being volleyball dad, you know. And then on senior year, man, I know I'm sad. You know I'm sad, man. Don't remind me, bro.
Chauncey, outside of
Last one.
Shots not fallen. Where do you think Ant is right now? He was visibly frustrated the last two games, but more so tonight.
Yeah, they've been a pretty tough team for Ant to play against. With their size and their physicality, they've made it pretty tough for Ant. I can remember the game that we played there. He had a rough game, that game too. But you know, I think with Ant, you know, he needs space out there. You know, and when you got all these guys and they don't allow him that, I think a part of his next step is we know that Ant is a really good pick and roll player. You know, he's one of the best shot makers when he gets going. I think his next step to make him tough and really hard to guard is being able to do it off the ball. Being able to be off the ball, be a good screen setter, boom, or slip out, or just keep guys thinking, you know. And that's going to be his next step if he wants to become a dude that is like impossible to guard. You got to be really good on the ball and then off the ball too, because he has the ability to do it. Be really good in DHOs. Be really good if we run them off double screens, being able to catch it in attack. So I'll be trying to do quite a bit of that in the second part of the season, just to trying to develop that, you know, see if we can get better there.